In Australia, we've got deadly animals aplenty. We've got funnel web spiders who'll murder you and your family. Under every second rock is a redback spider, and they'll kill you just because, I don't know, they're bored or whatever. We've got invisible brown snakes who'll bite you on the foot, and you'll be dead in 7 minutes. Just like that, kaput. We've got the world's deadliest creatures all over the place. We've got magpies who'll steal the eyeballs from your face. But at least we don't have AR-15s. We've got great white sharks who'll ascend from the deep and rip you in half with their razor-sharp teeth. We've got saltwater crocs who'll death roll you to death, and sea snakes who'll gladly snatch your last breath. We've got a blue-ringed octopus, no bigger than this, that just sits around in rock pools waiting to kill kids, and even the platypus, a cute beaver duck thing, has got a spur on its ankle that'll kill you in one sting. But at least we don't have AR-15s, and at least they can't end up in the hands of psychopathic teens. We've got stonefish and stingrays and sea urchins and shit, and hectic fucking homicidal box jellyfish. And these jellyfish, they aren't even sentient beings. They don't even really do stuff or know about things. They just float around on the whim of the currents, being pointless, non-cognitive, murderous cunts. And if that weren't enough in terms of natural hazards, here in Australia, the sun causes cancer. But at least we don't have AR-15s, and at least they can't end up in the hands of suicidal teens. And at least we don't have an NRA who pay millions of dollars every day, buying off politicians not to change old laws. We've got bull sharks, cone shells, saltwater crocodiles, honeybees, European wasps and blue-ringed octopies, death adders, blue bottles, redback spiders, tiger sharks, tiger snakes and lizards that'll bite you. We got sea snakes, taipans, cassowaries, copperheads, all the creatures of the land and sky and sea that want you dead. Toadfish, stonefish, irukandji jellyfish, bull ants, centipedes and ticks that cause paralysis. Fuck, we don't have AR-15s, and thank fuck they can't end up in the hands of psychopathic suicidal teens. And thank fuck we don't have an NRA who pay millions of dollars every day, buying off politicians not to change some law. A law that was written 200 years ago, in a time when it took 3 minutes to reload a single round of ammunition. We knew nothing about depression, and you couldn't fire 45 rounds in 60 seconds. There wasn't even such a thing as automatic weapons. There weren't 31 mass shootings monthly. But what would I know, 'cause I'm from another country.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Aussie Reels. It's the 14th of March here today. It's a lovely chilly day. Well, it's not chilly day, but it's a chill day here in Brisbane. So, let's get to it, so shall we? So, let me just say up front that I had to do some research into what I could talk about today, in the sense that, I received threats that if I mention people's names that I'm going to get this happen and that happened and fuck knows what everything else that hasn't already happened to me and others. So I did consult my YouTube partners because I have online support, and I'm totally allowed to use YouTube names. If someone has a like a real name that they use on YouTube, then that's their problem. So as long as I don't refer to real life names, which I don't know whether people even use their real names, but I'm allowed to use the YouTube name. So basically I consulted that and found out that I'm allowed to do that, because I did obviously take note of other people that have done lives and had to use different kind of names. So, and yeah, and they were, okay, so apparently these two girls that I want to talk about initially, actually, I don't know if I'll get straight into that. I probably need to address the Doodle situation and how this all came about. A lot of people have said to me, "Hey, Casper, where did this all start? Where did you meet this woman? You know, like what happened? Can you please tell us about it?" And look, to be honest with you, a lot of you know me, you know, pretty well. And I've been putting this off for a long time. And I've sat by and I've had accusations, slander, videos, dragging lives, and a lying kind of ex that made me out to be something I'm not. And I really, really did not appreciate it. You know, I really did not appreciate it. I don't know why things have gone the way they have for so long, guys. This has been carrying on for 5 fucking months. 5 months. So let me tell you a little story. So I used to be part of a group of Aussies, right? And I still know all of them. I just now got sound. Oh, I'm hoping everything's cool. I did get the okay that my intro worked, so I'm assuming that everybody can hear me okay. Ginger, I hope maybe it was just an issue with you. Hopefully, because my little icon is flashing. So do I sound? Can everyone just say to me, do I sound okay? Do I need to turn up my mic or anything like that? Because I don't want to be fucking around with this sort of stuff if it's not coming through properly. I know the intro. All good. Okay. So I used to be part of an Aussie group. We were one group, and you know there was a bit of a falling out, and you know I tried to be okay with everybody, because it wasn't like how I wanted it to be. So anyway, that's not my point. My point is that we used to all go over to a creator called Plumy, who's a nice lady, a Dutch lady, and we used to go over there and have fun. Probably the most fun I've ever had over there in the chat with the Aussies and the other people that used to go there. So I saw this person there called Doodle, and she was a very nice lady. She always had nice comments. She always was friendly. And then I saw her in Neri's Discord, which I was originally in Neri's Discord, and I started talking to her, and that's how I met her. And we started talking, and then she said, "Hey, I've had my eye on you as well," and we just took it from there, right? We took it off there in private, just like it should be, and that's where it all started. Now, as I got to know this person, she told me, "Hey, I'm done with that drama bullshit. All I want to do is just be in a chill chat." And I said, "Well, hey, I've got a Discord. Why don't you help me with it? Because I'd like to start a Discord. If I've had this Discord for a long time, but I never really had anyone there. You know, people have come and gone, and you know, if you can tell by my Discord number, I've had it for a long time." So she said she was quite content with just you know, helping me in my channel and helping me in my Discord, right? Well, when I look back on that now, from this day, like, it's very different. It's very, very different. And I kind of like, it got very difficult because other people got involved. And I know it's always difficult when other people get involved. These people might even not realize they get involved. But suddenly you get in this situation, guys, where there's people start to have like falling outs. And suddenly you're not allowed to be this person's friend, and you're not allowed to be this person's friend because they like this person, and then you get judged for it, and you just can't you just can't be on the fence anymore. You know, like, so I started they're calling it e-dating. Okay, I don't know. Look, if you never meet the person, you never touch the person, you've never kissed the person, you'd never spend any real lifetime with the person. Is it called dating? I don't know. They're using this e-dating term now. So let's just say we started e-dating. Actually, her word was exclusive, which I didn't mind. And anyway, the problem was I started getting dragged into situations that I didn't want to be in. And she started arguing with people. And then because I was with her, we're seen as one. So, I was pretty friendly. I mean, I was friendly with people that were ex-misery guys, ex-misery people, and I wasn't a big fan of Jimmy. I knew Jimmy before all you people were in with misery. I knew him from before that, when he did other stuff, which wasn't actually too bad. I actually like some of the stuff he can do. But it's just like, and then my dating profile came out. Okay, my dating profile came out, and I've gone like, fuck. I mean, I wasn't ashamed of it. Like, I was a single guy at the time, right? My dating profile comes out, so it's like, oh, great, people are starting to go real life. Guys, it was a dating profile from a little-known Australian website. Like, it wasn't even like your, what is it? Plenty of Fish or Tinder or one of these big ones that everyone knows about worldwide type thing. So when it came out, I just went like, oh, that's fucked up. Like, okay, I don't use this. I'm going to close it. So I closed it. I closed the account. But I exposed myself. I did a video and I said, hey, this is my profile. Like, I closed it. So I've been honest with everyone right from the start. I told Doodle all about the dating profile. Never seemed to be a big deal. I closed it. I closed it before I started e-dating her. So when I wanted to still find out where did it come from, okay, and someone stood up and showed me where it came from, and guess what? All the roads led to Jessica and Amy, the evil twins. And I said, I spoke to a few people, and I said, I don't know these girls. I know of them from misery, but I don't know them. Right? And I was nervous, and so I approached them. I saw them in a chat one night, and I said, hey, can I talk to you? And they said, yeah, hit us up in Discord or something like that. I can't remember how, but I hit them up. I then needed someone else to kind of like be my second. So yes, I asked Doodle if she would come into a chat with them because I was trying to ask them about the dating profile. Now, so I kind of started the problems for myself. I know that, and I admit that. I didn't know the complexity of these people, and it's been a fucking horrible fucking journey. Of ups and downs, back and forth. It wasn't a problem in the beginning. We were all, so it seemed, friends. But when I look back on it now, my question was, I asked them who was Ty Biggins, and they've lied to me 3 times. I've done my research privately, and I now know who that person is. And I might be taking something up with them. I'm not sure yet. Please show that comment. So that's they lied to me about who Ty Biggins was. They didn't want to tell me. Even when they confessed, they told me, they still didn't tell me the truth. They can't tell the truth to help them to save their life, basically. So anyway, once it came around October time, guys, where things started to slide. Doodle and I weren't talking as much. Like, when I say talking as much, it would go on like days. We wouldn't talk for days, right? I didn't think anything of it because I don't know if you all know, we had a 15-hour time difference. And I was pretty busy at work. And there would be just days when I missed her because she had things to do and I had things to do, right? So apparently things deteriorated, and apparently we became distant. She never spoke to me and said to me, I'm breaking up with you, or it's over, let's just be friends. It was kind of like she's a very bad breaker-upper. She basically worded things differently, and I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't want to lose her, right? And then naturally, I thought something's fucking going on here. Now, after a while, like say, I don't know when, in October, maybe November, maybe, they start coming at me. They start coming at me sideways in Nikki's chat, where I was a mod and welcomed. But they came at me. They were using that. They tried to drive me out of Nikki's, which I resigned from Nikki's. She understands why. And they started doing lives. What they did, like an unfriendly ghost live or something. So I was told. And then they used the Ty Biggins lady to. But yes, I know she's a lady. I know who she is. They used the Ty Biggins lady to suddenly they've got my dating profile, high definition type shots that I don't even have, which was funny because I only had the screenshots, because I closed the account. So I didn't think to take screenshots before I closed the stupid account. I only ever used it. Hey, Aussie Flag. Sorry, I haven't been addressed in the chat, guys, but welcome everyone in the chat, please. Sorry, welcome Ginger, Susie Q, Donkey Kong, Irish Eyes, Very Merry, Marie, Mabel, Verbal, Aussie Flag. Sorry if anyone I've missed. I'm trying to keep my mind on point. So I closed it, right? And, the profile caused some problems with the Aussies because the word was that only an Aussie could have found that website, which there's some traction to that, but it's not necessarily true. And without proof, I've learned that you really don't believe too much until you see the proof these days. So things deteriorated. They started coming at me. Doodle starts. I left Doodle's Discord before that. I may have missed little things, guys. So trying to put things in the timeline perspective. So they start coming at me, right? These two girls, these evil twins, they start coming at me, and it's like, what the fuck? Okay, it's fine. Take Doodle's side. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But why are they coming at me? What the fuck? They're coming at me while I'm talking to Doodle. Yes, while I'm talking to Doodle in both Discord chats and Hangout chats. And I don't mean talking as if we're dating. We're just talking. We're not talking as much, but we're talking, right? So this is what I'm mostly upset about, is that I've been portrayed as, Doodle has gone and told them that I have been harassing her and stalking her, which I really, really don't appreciate. Is there any indication of that in any of our chats that we had right up until December 26th, I think, her time, Christmas Day, my time? And even for a short time, guys, she came back into my Discord because she was scared that RDA were going to come after her or notice that somehow she always thought I had moles in my Discord. And she thought that RDA was going to get wind of her leaving. They were going to I don't know, troll her or do something or whatever. And I thought, RDA, these guys just do their own thing. I don't even speak to these guys anymore. Sometimes I watch their streams, but I don't have anything against those guys. And I don't know if they have something against her. I'm not really sure. They're certainly not doing anything on my behalf. I can tell you that. So, to speed up a little bit, they're all putting nasty comments in videos, and they're dragging people in that don't even know me, like the Browns, for instance. Good old Mike Dickhead Brown, or whatever he calls himself. He seemed to have plenty to say, and he doesn't know me from a bar of soap. He's never had a conversation with me. I guess maybe he never thought maybe he was being lied to. I don't know. But anyway, I read some of the comments, and anyway, so time goes on, and we fall into January, and Casper falls into, I hate to say this, and I don't know if any of you knew, Casper falls into depression. So January was a dark month, and I wasn't well, and all I had was a lot of support from my friends. And why did I fall into depression? Okay, I'm not going to say I fell into depression because of Doodle. I fell into depression over the whole situation. Things went pear-shaped with her. I lost friends. I did consider the girls friends. I admit that, and I'll even say that I treated them like sisters, and I honestly I did. I shouldn't have, but I did at that time. I did. I fell into depression. Only a few people know. Around that time that they went after me the first time, Space Monster reached out to me, and we weren't even getting along. We butt heads all the time, like. And Space reached out to me and said, "Hey, Casper, look, I know that we haven't always got along, but I'm very sorry what they're doing. I know exactly, how they're doing it and why they're doing it, and it's their pattern, and that's what they do. I'm very sorry that it's happened to you. You don't deserve it." And I said, "Okay, thank you, Spacey. Basically, thank you for reaching out. I appreciate it." So there's a lot of people that have reached out, but I don't think Space would mind me telling her, and she's probably going to come up here in a short time and say whatever she wants to say. But I appreciated that. Now, the problem with this is I'm friends with people that don't like Space Monster, and I get judged for it, and it's like, it's not fair. Hang on, guys. I'm not giving Spacey anything. Nothing. Why can't I have my separate friendships with people? It's fucking so frustrating. So anyway, this went on. I seek medical treatment straight away. Mum said to me, "What's going on?" And I said, "Look, it's just internet shit." I said, like, I know I can just turn it off, but it's hard. Like you kind of like feel like you're part of another family, even though they're always fighting, kind of thing. But that's not why I'm on YouTube. And I joined YouTube, or I started to be in YouTube more to kill time, to find like a hobby type thing that I can do in my spare time, because I work long hours and I just want to come home and relax. And I love putting on some of these streams and just watching stuff. I mean, everyone loves a bit of a good train wreck or an argument now and then. Like, I mean, it's kind of out of control at the moment, but I just don't put myself in the middle of that shit. I don't like it. It's stressful. So in January, I seek medical treatment. I got on, I don't know, I think it was Zolfast or something like that. And I was on it for nearly I think it was a month, right? And I had to go back. And the quack basically said that, like I saw someone, free psychiatrist type thing, just to review me. And then he took me off it. Now, when he took me off it, he said, "Finish this dose, go off it." Well, whew. The side effects after I went off it were fucking worse than when I was on it. I couldn't keep my fucking eyes open. I really couldn't get my eyes open, and I found it hard to not get emotional all the time. But anyway, soccer started up, guys, and I kind of like snapped out of it. I threw myself into work. I mean, this was even causing troubles for me at work, and that's when I knew that I had to do something about it. I was really snappy and stuff like that, and I was so tired all the time, and oh god. So I got off it and I got better. So come February, I feel really good. I know we're in March now, but come February, I felt really good. I got back to being who I wanted to be. I didn't worry about what anybody was saying or doing, and now it's started all up again, right? So let me tell you what happened about 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I wake up in the morning. You're going to love this story. You're going to fucking love this story. I wake up in the morning and I'm getting messages from a group. And the group is the Evil Twins, Jessica and Amy. And all I'm seeing is emojis saying, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're sorry. Casper, we won't beg, but can you give us a chance? We just want to explain." I read the messages and I sat up in bed and I read the messages and I thought long and hard what to do about it. I thought long and hard that the damage is already done. They've already slandered me. They've already slandered me. They've already sideswiped me. I didn't know what to think of it. I didn't know what to do. And I thought to myself, my friends won't be impressed with this. I just, when I was feeling better, they did that. Now, we'll talk about why they did that after I tell the story. So, I wrote simply, I will listen. And they said, thank you. So, started listening to them. And they said, we've all left her Discord. We realized that she was lying. We realized it's not as it seems. And then I started saying, whoa, don't take your assumptions or your working out. Let me show you. So I showed Amy the evidence that Doodle was talking to me the whole time she had them attacking me. So she's a liar. She's a deceitful, not a very nice person. I can't tell you how fucking disappointed I am that it worked out this way. It's very bad. And while she was telling people that she had me blocked, she's in my Discord. She came back to my Discord because she didn't want RDA to go after her. And this is while she's telling other stories in her little Discord private rooms, probably, whatever. Heard she had private rooms. I mean, I saw Tinksy saying Nikki's that she had that she had her own private room to talk in. I'm assuming that's where it was. So, you know, I mean, I heard things and I never wanted to believe them. I never wanted to believe them, but I have to accept reality that it happened. I have to accept that. So I thought it was so I thought it was so wrong that it had to go that far. I mean, I've sat by now. I saw Casey in the chat. You know, I've sat by and I never wanted this out. I never wanted to have to tell this. I never wanted to have to even defend myself. You know, I put this off. You know why, guys? You might be thinking, Casper, why did you postpone it? Why did you postpone so many times? You want to know why? Because Amy asked me to. When they had left Doodle's Discord, I think they pretty much came straight to me. They basically wanted me to hold off. They wanted me to hold off because they were working on things. You know, like, and the thing is, they're not friends to each other. This is the shitty thing about it. Like, I want to tell Doodle, like, as much as I'm upset with Doodle for doing what she did and saying what she said, playing the victim card, getting people like Rev and all that to fight her battles for her, it's fucking awful. It's really shitty behavior. You know, like, she could have just spoke to me, could have came to some arrangement, some peace treaty shit. It's bullshit. So, anyway, so hi, Casey in the chat. Look, I know you haven't always been that nice to me, but hey, I totally get your situation as well. And I've sat by and I've listened and I've just thought, oh, fuck. I feel for these guys. I really, really do. You know, you've kept your head up, which is good. I've done the same thing. You know, it's bad enough that the two people involved hurt each other, you know, that everyone else has to fucking jump in on it, you know? So it's shitty. It's really, really shitty. And you know, I wish I didn't have to do this today. I really, really didn't want to do it. But after Jessica's live, where they went hell for leather, they didn't have to, because they've been saying for ages now that they didn't want to be involved. Spacey, where are you? I didn't even see any comment in the chat. So my mods today all understand to keep an eye out for, you know, for trolls, that this and that, guys. So some people I will temporary mod today, but please don't time anyone out just because you don't like them personally. We're kind of like here together over a common cause. So, oh look, Nightbot decided to show up. There you go. All right, so they didn't have to do it. I didn't listen to all of it. I went out for dinner with friends. I listened to the part where they wanted to jump on the bandwagon and defend Amber. I just want to say one thing about that. Amber doesn't need your help. Amber's a grown-ass woman who's already stood up and done videos about what happened to her. And I support Amber. I have from the start. Yes, I was a little bit concerned in the beginning of the backlash because I wanted to avoid any bullshit drama. But I stood up because it was the right thing to do. And if Amber needs my help, I'll be there for her. And she's a mod today in the chat. I think she's busy at the moment, but she's around, I believe. Hey, AJ, welcome back. So basically, like, where are we up to? Okay, so when I say they're not friends to each other, you know, and because they were so mean to me, well, from what I hear, they were so mean to me tonight. I'm gonna say things that normally I wouldn't say. I wouldn't share. Let's put it that way. In only the 3 weeks, that I had these girls back on speaking terms, Amy was looking up fucking Doodle's information, looking up Doodle's ex husband. And I'm not going to say his name because I actually do have some fucking respect for her. Came to me and said, "Hey, there's no divorce papers even in Kentucky, and his residence is still Kentucky." I mean, come on. And now you ran back. I blocked you. So what did you do? You had nothing. Oh, we better go back to Doodle. Casper doesn't want anything to do with this. I mean, you talk about flip-floppers. Holy fuck. I don't wish anyone any harm. Let's be honest here. I don't wish anybody harm. Right? I never ever made videos about them. Right? I've never done a live dragging them. I've never done anything. But they are despicable. They are despicable. They are fucking nasty fucking people. And I don't want a fucking bar to do with them. And you know what? I sat back and I thought to myself, people will work this shit out for themselves. There's some true, you know how this true crime, true fucking drama, which is now what called true crime or something like that. There's some fucking smart ass true crime ladies in this community. I knew if I sat back long enough that the truth would come out. I didn't have to go on and blast it. I don't have to be like Rev come on fucking YouTube 3 times a day or whatever and blast out the same shit every day. No, I sat back while they fucking slandered me, while they trashed me, while Doodle was going to all my friends and trying to recruit people, trying to get them on side. If she got an inkling that they were my friends, she tried to turn them against me. And guess what? Didn't work. Because people will work shit out. There's some smart fucking ladies and men. There's some smart people in this fucking community. Actually, I don't know if I should say any names, but Irish Eyes is one fucking smart lady. And I didn't have to. All I had to tell Irish was the truth, and she worked the rest out. And there's other people who have done exactly the same thing. And I want to stand tall. I took the high road, guys. I took the high road. Spacey did a live and went out 2020 in a blast. I copped some flack as well. I was in the chat. I didn't say anything nasty at all. I wasn't there to support Space. I was there to own up. I was there to say, well, yep, that's my fucking picture. And yeah, I was a douchebag to Spacey. I butt heads with Spacey. I deserved it. She said that. You know, she said I was shitty to her. I was shitty to her. We butted heads heaps of times. We're cool. I think we're cool now. I don't know what she's going to do. She might come up and drag me. I don't know yet. She's around. Spacey, if you want to. Actually, no, I got to do things in the right order here. So, can I just say, I just want to prove a couple of things to Doodle. Because because I don't hate the lady. Honestly, I don't hate the lady. I just want to clear my name that I am not a fucking stalker. She came into chats that are people that I've known. Oh, I'll put it out there. Pod trash. I've known pod trash people for 5 fucking years. I'm not saying they're my people, but I've known them for 5 years. I'm already in the chat. Okay, she comes in and she says hello, blah blah blah. We don't even address each other, right? Then she takes screenshots and then she sends them to Amy and says, "Oh, look, my favorite stalker, Doodle." Amy told me all of this. She's not a friend to anybody. That's the problem, and I don't want anything to do with them. Nothing at all. After this live, I'm done in that area. I'll do lives and I'll do fun lives. Remember my baby picture live? Remember my pet live? I will do those types of lives. This is the only drama fucking related live that I'm unfortunately have to do very reluctantly, very fucking reluctantly. And okay, so another thing too, when I say they're not friends to each other, right? Since they wanted to do the live and they've since put the live on private, which is fine, probably the right thing to do. And I'll probably be doing the same, but they're not friends to each other, these two women. All right. And I'm gonna say it. Right. I'm gonna fucking say it. And I said I wouldn't, but I'm gonna say it because they were nasty to me. Right. Jessica, let me address you. After 3 days, you fucking tried to pull the granny power bill fucking scam on me. And some of you people might know what that is. And I'm not going to go into details about it, but I'll just say that. You then start picking a fight with me after a few days, saying that I said you were fat and that you needed to go on a diet. And I said that in Spacey's chat. I went through Spacey's chat line by line, the whole fucking live. I never said that. And even Amy told you I never said that. Why do you just assume these things? I would never, in my heart, even when I was wasn't friends with you guys, I would never say that to somebody. I know that from my fucking heart. And I knew. And I wanted to argue with you, but you dropped it, didn't you? You dropped it. You never apologized. I'm sorry, Casper, I was wrong. You didn't say that. Because you don't know how to sincerely apologize for anything that you do wrong. That's the fucking problem. So, and I don't care whether people are large, bloody, or small, or skinny, or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I left BAM's chat, right? I spent a short time at BAM when we all went over to BAM's. I spent a short time at BAM's. Why did I leave BAM's? Does anyone know why I left BAM's? I left BAM at the same time Doodle and Nikki and all that left because I was told BAM was not nice and referred to Amy's child as it, and I thought that was wrong, and I supported Amy, and I left because that's fucking wrong. That is so wrong, and I left. And now do I never went back to say hi to Bam. I congratulated on her grandson's birth on her community post. I congratulated her, and I thought that was cool. It was very nice that she's grandmother. Blah blah blah. That's it. I've never been back since. Now, what happened with the whole Lily thing? Is terrible. It's terrible. Look, I don't mind telling you, I support Amber 110%. That's just so fucking wrong. So, another thing too, Jess, you think that you and Amy are so close. You are the evil twins, right? You remember, I'll give you an example, Jess. And this is just in the last 3 weeks, girls. You remember when Amy came into the chat and talked about the Dyson vacuum cleaners? She already prompted me what she was going to do. She was trolling you. She said, watch now. Jessica's going to say she's got a better one than mine. Blah, blah, watch. You girls think you're so tight. Yous are like fucking snakes. And I think Doodle's not too far behind yous, yous all belong together. That's fine. But don't fucking involve me. This is it tonight, girls. It's over. Now, I got some people that want to have their say, and I'm not really even sure what they're going to say. I respect people's opinions. First one I want to bring, I'm going to have to just send, hang on, I just need to send, I just need to wrench up somebody who wants to be wrenched, even if it's temporary. Marie, now I want to talk about Marie, and I'm going to send a link. Sorry, I don't. I'm doing all my secretarial work today. Okay. All right, Marie. Marie, there's the link in your private Discord chat. Don't share it. I will send the link around to people as required. Okay. Okay. So I've got some people that want to come up and like clear their names. Okay. And sorry if I'm getting a little bit scattered. I'm all over the place a little bit. It's not something I was really looking forward to doing. But I just want everyone to know that, I dated a girl and it didn't work out. Okay, it's fine. I don't care anymore. Trust me, I've moved on. I mean, do you want their phone numbers? Do you want their, names and phone numbers? Okay, here we go.
Hi, Casper.
Hi, Marie. Welcome to Aussie Rules.
Thank you.
It's been a long time.
It has indeed. I think you've done really well. I know you were nervous.
Yeah, I was, because it's so complicated and there's so many people involved and I don't know where to start and things just pop into my head. I've got examples in my head that will blow people's mind, but sometimes you just come to a bit of a blank.
Yeah, there's so much that you want to say, but you don't know where to start, and then you get other things and you're thinking, oh, what about that? But I just wanted to come up because
Maurice, your audio is a bit funny. Are you on your phone or?
I'm on my laptop.
Okay, all right, guys in chat. Does Marie sound okay? Because it sounds a bit weird. It sounds a bit weird to me. But it's okay. It sounds like you're in a hallway or something. That just.
Let me see if I can make it any better.
So you're on your laptop using the laptop mic? Is that what you're?
Yeah.
It's a little bit in and out. It's a bit choppy.
Give me 1 second. I'll go on my phone.
Okay. Do you want to leave and come back, or?
Yeah, I'll leave and come back. Just give me 1 sec.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So I heard that Marie. Oh, Casey, like, look, Doodle has a persona on YouTube. Okay, she's the sweet, innocent, she wrenches for everybody. She spreads nothing but love. I don't want to wreck her persona. She has this, I don't know why she does it, but she's pretty big behind the scenes. I mean, we all have our private conversations behind the scenes, right? I was part of group chats, but it wasn't about going after people. Have you noticed that I've never joined in the fucking roasting of people? Yeah, there's a reason for it. Marie's back. Let's see how she sounds this time.
Do I sound like I'm sucking the mic?
Yeah, no, much better.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
Okay, Marie, I'm going to be quiet. And I know that you went on the Jessica live last night, and I heard a little bit of it, but I'm going to be quiet now so you can have your say and you won't be overtalked or interrupted.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I just want to say that I think you've done really well, Casper. I know you've had a really tough time, and we've chatted, and I can see what's been done to you. Obviously, we've had our differences. I understand now why, because there were other people at play.
Yep.
And, people say, oh, Marie falls out with someone, and then the next thing, the friends. Well, what they don't realise is the people that are at play are making things difficult. And you find out that something has happened, and you say, okay, I'm not having anything to do with that person anymore. But then a few weeks down the line, or maybe months later, you find out that actually that person didn't do that, and the evidence that you were given was manipulated. And then you're thinking, oh my God, I've been done again, and people just use you for what they need you for. And it's happened a few times with me. But what I wanted to say about this morning, if anyone saw it, it was mind-blowing. In Jessica's live stream. They said that it was to talk about Amber's 8-year-old daughter, Lily.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't, because it started off with the truth about when they were misery mods. Then it went to when they were with Breakfast Club and how she shit on them, apparently, and how misery was her work and blah, blah, blah. So I went on the live stream. I asked for a link. I was blocked and I made an alt account and I went in to ask for a link. And the reason I went up there was because I wanted to ask Amy why she contacted my son back in June or July of last year. I can't remember the date. And I've had it verified from different people that it was her. So the evidence is there. She can't deny it. So I went up on the live stream. Of course, as soon as I went up, Jessica invited Amy up. So I was basically double teamed straight away. And I just had one simple question, and that was, Amy, why did you contact my son on Facebook and send a disgusting message to him and, you know, saying, keep your mum off YouTube? She's just these horrible, nasty things that you couldn't repeat. And she denied it. Of course she would. And then as they started then, oh, you fucking this, you fucking that, and she called me a cunt and started saying, well, what about you? You're a liar. You lied about such and such. There's so much to get it. All the Russell Bailey stuff is true. And I said on that live stream, you can ask Mabel. Mabel was there when I contacted the police. She knows it's all true. And why did I make friends with Russell Bailey? Apparently, they wanted to know why. And a few people have asked me that. And the reason why is because I didn't make friends with him. Like you said about Amy and Jessica, you make peace. You just draw a line under it. And I did that for my own sanity, because he was in a lot of places that I go to. And I didn't want him to target me, and I wanted just peace for every other creator. And long story short, we said, okay, fine, I'll ask you where you are and we'll just be okay. And he was fine. Things have happened since. That's a long story. But getting back to this morning, basically they were asking me questions I couldn't answer because they were talking over me. But we got to a point where Amy admitted that she had contacted my son.
Yeah, and I got the blame for that. You
did. So that's why I'm here, because it was nothing to do with you, and I kept repeating that over and over again. Yeah. And they were
and sorry, Marie, I can confirm that I did know. I did know, but I didn't tell you.
You did know what? Sorry.
I knew that Amy contacted your son. I knew, but I didn't go and tell you, because it's just one of those things that you don't want to get involved in. It didn't involve me. It wasn't me. I took the brunt, Marie. I got all the comments from your son on my channel, but you apologize for that, and I totally accepted that, because he was misled. You were misled.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they do. They blame other people. They won't take the blame. And I asked her why she did it. And first of all, of course, she said, well, ask Casper. It was a pinned comment. Ask Casper. He's behind everything. He's behind everything that's happened. It's always you. Yeah. Which I know it's not, because we've discussed this openly and we know what's going on. So yeah, she asked me why. I asked her, why did you contact my family? And her answer was, because I was making videos about them. Well, I made videos about them because I found some very interesting things out and I wanted to expose them. And the videos I made were because Amy, Jessica, and certain other creators were in a little group that trolled Russell Bailey. Now, my beef in all this was I got threatened with acid and possibly death, and he would come to my house. And that was because he was being trolled. He thought it was me. He thought it was Mabel as well. So he was gunning for Mabel and me. It turned out it wasn't us, which we knew all along. It was Jessica and Amy and other people.
Wow.
And they had the passwords. They were acting as his family.
I know, Maria. I know at one point. Sorry, I know at one point you were fucking. I know at one point you were bloody scared. I remember talking to you, and you basically didn't stay at home alone.
No. I got my son to stay. I borrowed his dogs. I borrowed his German Shepherds, because in the, people think I didn't contact the police. I did, and I got a background of Russell Bailey as a offender. And I was warned about him, and I didn't say anything. But the threats he made were pretty bad. People don't believe me, and to be honest, I don't really care if they don't believe me, but it's all true. The police didn't take it anywhere because they said that there wasn't enough evidence of harassment. There was plenty of evidence of harassment, and I'm contesting that now. Because
I know nothing really much about Russell Bailey, but when he was harassing different people, different women in streams, I said to him, just leave the girls alone. I didn't care who it was. I told him a couple of times to leave the girls alone. Yeah. And
do you remember, I never know what Colin Vin did as well. Joe, I don't know. I don't want to dox him as he's Vin Vader. He did as well. He called him out. He called him out and tried to help. And it was just a nut job. But getting back to them, it was basically, I made videos because I found out that they were trolling Russell Bailey. They were antagonising him. They were doing a load of shady shit behind the scenes. And I wanted to show what they were doing. So when I showed that, they basically took YouTube shit and went real life on me. But bearing in mind, they'd sat on all panels. They'd sat on Bam's panel. They'd sat on Dale and Nikki's panel. A lot of panels talking about me, slagging me off, calling me ugly, all these things. And she still went real life. Now, what I want to say is she pulled me up about I'm supposedly made a comment this morning. I did make a comment that I didn't realise I had at the time, so I want to put that right. I made a comment in Space's Live, something about a contract that Space was showing she can clarify, and I made a comment about it. I also made a comment saying that I've got Jessica and Amy's information, personal details. I was given it, and I found some myself. And that was my insurance policy at the time, because I did not take anything off YouTube. I kept it on YouTube. And even though she had contacted my family, I never contemplated contacting her family.
Yeah.
I never did. I dealt with it. I made the videos. That was my way of dealing with it. And I never contacted her. But I just wanted to know that I had that information there, because it made me feel like I had a bit of, leverage. Step out of line. Yeah, step out of line. And but I never used it.
Yeah.
So that's that. The other thing I'd like to clarify is they brought Mabel into it.
I'm gonna send the link to Mabel in a sec as soon as you're done.
They brought Mabel into it, saying that Mabel was trolling with them. Now that is absolute crap.
Yeah,
Mabel never did that. But why they're targeting Mabel now? I asked myself, I don't know. I don't know why. but they seem to be targeting Mabel recently, and I don't like that. Mabel's never done anything like that. She's only ever supported me, and basically they're fucking with the wrong person. They're going to fuck with Mabel. But yeah, that's what I wanted to clarify, I think. But they are sick people, the dirty, nasty, sick people. Doodle, I'm on the fence with. You know what I feel about Doodle. We're friends. I can't weigh up what's going on with Doodle. I've asked her today to leave them. I've asked her to disconnect with them, because the more she backs them up, the more she's going to get treated like them. I can't do anything other than that. As a friend, I can only advise her and say, please don't hang around with them, because you're just going to get tarred with the same brush.
Well, you remember we talked over the break, and I said to you, you know, I feel like I failed. I wanted to. I felt like I had to rescue her, and she was too far gone. It came back. I was just getting backlash. I'm slandered and trolled while I'm talking to her, trying to reason with her. Hey, get the fuck away! But it just didn't work. It just didn't work.
Yeah. She's seen, like you've said, Casper, you saw them talking about contacting my family. So Doodle's seen the same thing.
Correct.
Why does she stick around with them?
I have my own thoughts on it, but I think she's probably knows too much and she can't get out of it. She just can't get out of it. I just think it's too deep. I'm getting backlash because I want it out. I want it out. I don't care what the penalty is. I want out. I want nothing to do with that low life shit. And unfortunately, she joins in on it and she says she doesn't know about it, and she'll message you and say, I don't know anything about this, but it's bullshit. She knows all about it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but she does.
And that's what's really fucking with me, because every time I ask a question, I don't know anything about it. I try and stay out of it. And I kind of believe her to a degree, you know, because she's trying to kind of protect me at the same time. So they don't go real life on me again, because they're threatening to. And they're threatening to fuck me up, and they're threatening to. I think she ended her live this morning with, if I make a live about them, it'll be the last live I ever make, and they'll do more. So I just wonder what gives them the God-given right to act this way. You know, that they have the power to tell people what to do. Oh, there's something else I'd like to clarify. Sorry for going on and then I'll go off. She asked me about Tinksy. Why am I friends with Tinksy one day? Next day I'm falling out with Tinksy. The problem I have is, if someone is fine with me, I'm fine with them. If the next day someone says, oh, there's Marie, she's a bully, and then I say, what are you talking about? And then Tinksy says, oh, for instance, you bullied Soul Diversity. Sorry, Soul, nothing against you. It's just this example, which is true. I don't mean to have a go at you, because I've no problem with you now. But yeah, it was Tinksy saying, you've got to, you know, you've gone after, you've bullied Soul. No, we had an argument in RDA, and other people were party to it. And I think it might have been in Nuri's one as well. It carried over into Nuri's. But because I'd had an argument with Saul over whatever it was about, Tinksy took it upon herself to call me a bully. Then other people started as well. So the little gang of them started. So then a bit later, you'd get an apology for like, oh yeah, no, we don't understand why, you know, and Saul and I were okay. So they were okay with me. Then again, something had happened and they wouldn't be okay with me. you know, if I disagreed with anyone, if I made a comment to anyone in their circle, that's how people treated you. They'd be nice to you one day and funny with you the next day.
I hope you. I see Sol in the chat there. I hope you guys can kind of come to some peace.
Back in it's a long time ago, and you know, it was back in the day. It's 12 months ago, and to be honest, I don't have a problem with Saul anymore. Whatever's in the past is the past. I'm a very forgiving person, and I will apologise to people as well. And to my own detriment, let's say, concerning Russell Bailey, I've made peace with him. I wish I'd never fucking met. Oh, I wish I'd not. But that's another story.
You know what was funny, Marie, was that you were always I used to sit back and you always seemed so angry at me, and I couldn't work out why. Like, you know, you came in the Discord, I think 3 times you came and left, and I never really spoke to you privately that much, but you were always angry at me, and I could never work it out. I mean, there's a common denominator here that I didn't know what was going on with what Doodle was saying. I mean, I just didn't know. You were doing videos on me, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I've never, I could never pinpoint anything that we'd done to each other. So it was bizarre.
Funnily enough, it was things that I was told again.
Okay. All right. I got Mabel backstage. Did you want to finish with anything?
No, just thank you for your time. I don't know if Mabel wants me to stay on with her or not, but it's up to, because I know she said she was a bit nervous, but
okay. Do you want me to bring her up?
Bring her up and then I'll go off. She wants me. Oh, can't get my words out. It's 2:00 in the morning, you love.
Oh, sorry.
Hey,
Mabel.
do you want me to pop off, Mabel?
Hiya. No, you stay on by all means.
Okay.
Is my sound all right?
Yes.
Great. Okay. What I want to say is, I saw a bit of Amy and Jessica's live this morning, and as for saying I worked with them against Russell Bailey, they are full of shit. Amy and Jessica, this is to you. Don't bring me into your stupid fucking games, because I've had enough of you. You go around bullying everybody, don't try it with me. Or Marie, or Casper. Not anymore. This can go a lot further. Oh, sorry about that. I just thought I'd get that out quickly.
No, you're welcome. I said you could have say. I have no idea what you girls were going to say. That I just said, hey, if you want to come up and talk, you're welcome to put your view on things, because this is the first and this is the first and last time for me to address this. And I can hear myself. Has anyone got the YouTube on? No.
Not me.
No.
Okay.
Mabel, while you're up, do you remember? Do you remember when we first met over that pillock, Russell? And
unfortunately, yeah.
And did I report him to the police?
Yes, you did. So
did
as for Amy and Jessica saying that you didn't report him to the police, they're full of shit. They know nothing what's going on. And if they did, they would keep their noses out of it, because at the moment there's real stuff going on. And yes, Russell Bailey, if you're listening, I'm gunning for you as well, to watch your back. Sorry, I thought to get that one out as well.
Me too.
It's got to the point where I'm not very well. People who know me privately will know that I suffer with COPD. So for people to go on streams and make YouTube their lives, make everybody's life a misery, it's bullshit. So yeah, I enjoy just watching movies, having a laugh, speaking to people that I know on YouTube. That's it. But as for going around bullying people, no. When I went at Russell Bailey, I went on my own. Yes, I stuck up for Marie, and at that time stuck up for breakfast. I didn't know the full extent of what was going on. It was just an argument on my comment section under one of my videos. That was it. But now I know, yeah, we did make peace with Russell Bailey. That I 100% regret in light of new news that I found out. So he can sit there and he can hide away from me all he likes. But this is to you, Russell. I'm coming for you.
Oh, shit.
It's
And
bad.
Amy and Jessica, you keep your fat fucking noses out of this business and keep off YouTube. Because some of the people you mess with, you don't know anything about them. But bring my name up again. Okay, sorry.
And one thing I've noticed over time, girls, is that I described these girls as relationship ruiners on every level. So they will inject themselves in and they will split people up. I mean, I think they contributed to Doodle and I. Yes, I do think that, but it's not only that. Like, that just, if it wasn't a match with Doodle, that's fine. I totally accept that. Move on. I already have. So that's fine. I can accept that. But what I don't accept is that even to last night, they are still sticking their nose in business where they were told by their own friends to stop. Don't comment. Don't get involved with Casper and the Doodle situation. It's not like, just don't do it. And do you think they can stop? They can't stop. Is it that like their only content they have?
I think they've got no lives. They should be mothers and looking after their kids. And to go on YouTube and go behind the scenes causing trouble for everybody.
Everybody.
That dare speak out about them. Well, get fucked.
They don't like it if you answer back. And I'm going to answer back. If I'm accused of something, I'm going to blast somebody. I'm not going to sit there and take it. And I think Mabel's the same. And I've put up with a lot of shit recently.
By the way, sorry to put in quick, Marie. I was going to say, by the way, I'm not fat shaming because I'm fat and I can shame them. Thank you.
But I'm sick of being called a fake fucking victim. Well, people can say stuff, but when it's true and when it was really a hard time, then, you know, it's hard. And then for these bitches to go real life. And another thing that I noticed, I saw them arguing with Irish Eyes, and I saw, was there a threat of, you know, they didn't get along with Irish Eyes, and at one point they threatened to go and contact her teenage son. So, you know, my kids are adults. They didn't know they were adults. Now, if Irish Eyes has got a teenage son, it's not a case of the age of the person. They'll just contact anybody's child.
Yeah, look, I've been threatened so many times, and you know what? Always from the same person. The fucking evil twin number one. If I showed you the threats I got when I was told to leave the community, I was told to leave YouTube. I was told that I was going to get dragged from A to Z. I was told so many things. Oh, you know, I'm the best. I'm going to strike your channel. I'm going to take your channel down. All of this stuff. This is what I've had to put up with. Can you believe it? Oh, you girls both muted yourself. I'm talking about
I'm bringing it up.
It's so sweet. It's not year-old stuff. At that time, yes, it was. It was just explaining something. But Jessica and Amy, by all accounts, brought me up today and said I was with them behind the scenes doing stuff.
This is
so that's the reason I'm explaining the Russell Bailey. Yeah, this is the reason I'm explaining the Russell Bailey stuff today.
Okay.
In light of a lot of Russell Bailey things, there's things behind the scenes that's happening now I can't go into, but eventually I will. And I'm echoing.
All right. Okay, girls. I can hear myself again. Thank you for coming up. Is there anything else that you just want You want to
No,
say
I don't
before I
think
go?
so.
Because I've got somebody else who wants to come up.
No,
think if
thank you for
anybody-
letting.
Sorry.
Go on, Marie. No, it's okay.
I think
I just want to say to Casper, thank you, and to Jessica and Amy, just leave everybody alone. Just leave
Yeah, well,
everybody alone.
we're not going to stand for it anymore. So
And,
I think
and
if
girls,
anyone-
just so you know, girls, there's a lot more people that just are sick of these people. Sick of the
they've got
way that
Bam Bam
they.
to worry about at the moment. So
Yeah, go and do your own fight and stop using Amber's child as a weapon to fight Bam. Fight your own battles.
And I just
it's
gotta
nothing
say,
to do with
I just
them.
gotta say, Helen
Yep.
DeKellar, it is Casper Sorry Sweet. I'll be off in a minute.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, everyone's got their opinion, eh? All right,
I
Um,
love
girls.
him.
Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very
Thanks,
much for coming
Casper.
up.
And
You're
well
welcome.
done.
Thank you, Casper.
Well done.
Yeah, well
Okay,
done.
thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Yep. Sorry, I'm back, guys. Yeah, I just wanted them. They just wanted to clear the air over something, and to be honest with you, like, yeah, it's a kind of same thing. It's just like all this fuckery with different people, and it's the same people that interject themselves and cause all this fucking anarchy. And they're just fucking troublemakers. Now, I want everyone to be cool here. I'm going to invite somebody up here that you might not like, but I'm fine with her, and I want to hear what she has to say. She did a stream on New Year's Eve and basically blew everybody out of the water. Welcome, Space Monster.
Hi, Casper. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. How are you? Long time.
Good. You've done well. I know how nervous it must have been for you.
I didn't want to do this, Space, but I didn't.
I know.
I had to eventually fucking speak up because I'm just sick of what they're doing.
Well, this is the pattern.
Mm.
You know, this is what they do. They listen. There is nothing redeeming about these girls. There's nothing redeeming about anybody that wants to sit with them, who knows what their history is and who pretends to think that they're not mean girls. Well, they are.
Yeah,
They are.
Very.
Ever since they landed on YouTube, it has been nothing but chaos. Absolute nothing. From the time that they were with James right through to now, they have done nothing but destructive behavior.
And can I tell you something? How much? Please tell everyone, how much did I fight for Doodle? Even when you reached out to me, I fought with you about Doodle, and you kept telling me, Casper, she's the same. She's the one. She's joining in. She's doing it, and you were right.
I know, but see, here's the thing, Casper, about that. Yes, you did fight for her. And the thing is that people don't appreciate when you get involved, you become emotionally involved with this.
Yep.
And you want to believe the best in people. We all do. That's a human trait.
Mm.
We all think that we are on the right side. And you wanted to believe the Doodle was the person that you met. And quite frankly, I don't know, because that's only between you and her. You're the only two people that can know that. We only know another side, and we can only give our opinion based on that. And again, it's only an opinion by historical episodes that we've had.
Yeah.
But you and her were the only two people that know about that relationship.
Right.
Did she exploit it? Yes, she did. And did the girls exploit it? Yeah, they did, because that's what they do. They exploit everybody's emotions. They're emotional vampires.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
And they suck every bit of goodness from people. They manipulate. They get information so that they can intimidate and bribe people. It's coercion. And it's ugly. And it's like, we have enough real life shit things going on in the world that you have to come here and play act out here on people. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I don't know. Can I tell you a story? I just remember something that I've missed, and I want to get your take on it. So while I was friendly with Doodle up until Christmas time, even when she was saying the opposite in her little Discord and her little friend group, telling people that I'm stalking, harassing, and God knows what else, I thought I could save her. I thought if I spoke to her, eventually she'd see the light, so to speak. So I sent her some money for Christmas. And I want to explain this story because it has a point. I sent her $100 on within about a week or two apart or something, but it was before Christmas and it was for Christmas, right? And I think I might have told some people. I don't know if I told you. I can't remember. You know, everyone said to me, "Oh, Casper, probably." You know, but anyway, she accepted it, right? Then it all went to shit. She didn't even say Merry Christmas. I decided to take a stand and I blocked her, and then she's blocked me since, whatever. Now, when Amy and Jessica reached out to me and I told them that story and I showed them the receipts, because I have the receipts, they laughed. And Amy said to me, Casper, you should ask for that money back, because she took that while she was fucking slagging you off in the Discord. And I went like, yeah, okay, well, let's annoy her and ask for it back. So I did. I sent a request, right? Now, when I sent the receipt of the request to Amy, she laughed her ass off. She thought it was the funniest thing. She said, oh, Doodle showed me and asked me if I knew about it. And I said, no. They lie to each other, Space. It's unbelievable. Then when I sent a second request, suddenly Amy flipped and she said, oh, this is highly illegal. And, you know, this is extortion and blackmail. She totally flipped. She totally flipped on me, the exact opposite. She laughed her ass off, and she's the one who suggested that I ask for my money back. Doodle, what do you think about that?
Well, you know, my feeling about the whole thing is that I think that they use Doodle as a prop to go in and manipulate what I say, vulnerable men. And I hate to say that to you, Casper, but you were kind of like the only male around that was very, very active. So you're kind of a sitting duck, if you know what I mean. I don't mean that to be derogatory.
Are you going back? Are you going back to when I was in the RDA Discord and then Doodle jumped in and was all?
No,
I'm
just saying. No? I'm just saying the whole thing about her is that I think that she's weaponized to go after. I mean, look at the track record of her. She's been with you. She then went over and she then, what I say, groomed Rev.
Oh, yeah.
And then she's groomed Smokey P. God knows who she grooms behind the scenes. Maybe the RDA boys know what goes on. Maybe she's done that. But I think also that she does. She gets money out of it. And the reason why they laughed is the reason why they knew that that's what they were going to do. Because there is extortion here. And I've said this from the very word go, from the time that you and I ever met, from the time of the boomers, what my take of what was going on YouTube. We were all still learning certain things at the time. And but I still had a theory of what I was seeing going on after only being on YouTube for a year. And then we got thrown into this other thing. Is that I felt that there was a lot of things to do with extortion, you know, manipulation, sharing, the GoFundMe pages, they're all a rort. People use vulnerable victims to get money. Like, you name it. We've discussed all those. And at the time you were like, oh my God, this is too deep and blah, 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 blah. And yes, it is. It is. But unfortunately, it is now, when you look at retrospectively, it is what we've been discussing. And everything to say that I'm not got everything right. There might be some small things that I don't get right, but the majority of what I have discussed with people is bang on.
Well, I just wanted to throw in there that Doodle never asked me for money ever. I gave the money of my own will, and I never wanted I don't care about the money. It was just the fact that she accepted it on the presenses, and that's what the girl said to me. Oh, that's wrong, Casper. You should ask for it back. Now, I don't know if I was kind of set up, but I honestly don't care about the money, and I hope that whatever she brought for Christmas, she enjoys.
Yeah, look, I know she didn't ask you for money, but that's the thing. They don't have to ask you for money because that's the manipulation. Eventually, because you care about the person, you're going to do it. That's just the way it is. Because you build up a relationship with the person, you feel like you want to do something and you just do. So they don't necessarily have to ask for money. It just ends up happening because of your just the person that you are or the person that other person is. I mean, it's like what we watch people where they will donate money and support us, a YouTuber. And I've said this to plenty of you guys. Why do you give money to a YouTuber you know sits on a live and abuses other people?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah.
And
look,
that's a whole other thing, you know?
Yeah. But with Rev, for instance, I never wanted to get in it with Rev. I see RDA and Rev, like, you know, they're always at each other's throats. I never wanted to get in it with Rev because I actually felt sorry for the guy. Like, you know, I'm never one to see someone because they lost their mom. I mean, that's just not me. But with Doodle, I think she needed, like, she likes to have a voice because she doesn't go live herself, so she needs to have a voice. That's why I think I was kind of used that way. But I willingly shared my channel and my Discord with her. And with Rev, it's the same thing. You know, as long as she's got the wrench and she can control chats, that's really what it's all about for her. And I just think it's the whole thing's fucking shady.
Well, when you become a wrench, see, this is the stupidity about the wrenching thing. Everyone used to go on about, oh, she's a wrench whore, or she marches around wanting wrenches. That's just the furthest from the truth. And I think over time and just recently, you know, the person that I am, Casper, I prefer not to be a wrench. I think it's a pain in the ass. Learning at the time about being a wrench, I didn't know much about it. You'd go into a chat and people, like, I remember at the time it had to do with Mary Marlowe, and I was very close friends. And the reason why I was there was specifically because I could see the fraud that was going on and what was going to happen to the mods. The same thing that happened to AD's mods. So, I mean, I've been around long enough to see what was going on. And I got wrenched there because I knew the main mod. And I was hoping to be wrenched specifically so that I could eventually help them get away from this. Because, you know, I look at this as like being in a cult. If you end up with a particular group of people or with a particular creator, you will be brainwashed. And you will end up in a cult situation, which is how you were feeling at the time, Casper. I knew how upset you were, and you've been fed so much information about somebody by like the top tier people. For instance, if we're talking about those two girls, you know, the bombarding of information that you get, before you know it, you just don't know, you know, your right hand from your left hand. And to me, it's very cult orientated because of the way that they manipulate you. And I've been with people and had to draw them out of that, but then watch them go back into it again.
Yeah. I learned, I certainly learned, and I have learned about, in particular, Blamey, as you like to call her. And I was going to steal that off you for tonight, but I got advice from YouTube that I'm allowed to use YouTube names. So, I've learned her game. Like she has to be. I've never seen anyone that can fake friendship like this girl. I've seen proof that she will talk friendly to you in the chat with you, and virtually at the same time be slagging off, as Marie says, slagging off on you to another person in another chat. I've seen it. With my own eyes.
Oh,
she befriends you, not because not even if she even likes your space. she uses everybody for what she can suck out of them. Like you said, emotional fucking vampire.
Yeah, and let me just address Ginger. Ginger, I didn't say an occult, and it's not your group. It's particular drama. Look, we all know the drama that's going on right now out in YouTube. I'm saying that that there are particular creators that have what they call their diehards, or their, what I call them, hanger-oners. But I mean it's like a cult environment. And if you are going to be involved like that, then there's something wrong with, for instance, if I end up totally, say if Casper and I were totally believing in each other and everything he did, I hung off his word and I would never judge him for anything that he did, regardless of whether it was poor or bad manners or not. That's what I mean, is that, I'll give you an example, and I'm going to bring this up. So I see abuse on YouTube as abuse. And I know that recently Amber had a very horrible thing happen, and I'm devastated for her, and she knows that I support her fully. But as I've also mentioned, is that abuse is abuse, whether it's to a child, whether it's to an elderly person, whether it's to a viewer or anybody else. It has to draw the line at abuse, because once we decide that one thing is lesser of the abuse and the other is more, then we fail to understand that abuse is off limits totally. And so when a YouTuber had contacted my mother twice, it's been laughed at, and everybody supports that person doing it because I'm supposed to have stalked him, harassed him, which is the furthest from the truth. It was actually the other way around. And I hate the way that they try to change history on this. And it is not okay to contact anybody's family members.
That's right.
It's just wrong. No matter what anybody tries to say, you cannot say, I did it because she did this or they did that.
Yep.
No, you did it because you're an asshole.
Yep.
Because you have no other way to deal with your own emotions. You are letting your own emotions rule you. You have a choice. Now you choose to do the worst thing that you can do, which is go real life, and you expect then what you have in the chat is confirmation biased by your viewers. And half those viewers are trolls anyway.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question about that Robbie thing, if you don't mind? I've been meaning to ask you this, but obviously we haven't talked for a while. I saw a live he went on where he again went on about it. I can't remember when, but he said something that I thought, I'm going to ask Spacey that one day. He said that your mum had commented on previous Facebook posts of his. Is that true? Is that true or not true?
Absolutely. That is another furphy. Again,
I thought so.
Why would my over 80-year-old mother be chatting to a 30-year-old bloke in Facebook?
Okay. I wanted to ask you that because I thought, hang on, this seems that seems like a lie. I wanted to ask you about that.
It's deception again. And
did you hear him say that?
Yes, I heard him say that. And here's the thing about that again. The first episode, he went in as a troll, and he went in not in my mother's Facebook, but he went in to a private area where my mother is friends with all of her old school friends, all of family members. And it's a historical site where they're talking about the history of Queensland and their families. That's where he went in twice.
Okay.
Right? Now, first of all, he goes in as a troll. And my mother is in her 80s and is absolutely and does it in that site. And the reason he did that was because those girls would have been behind him, beefing him up, because I was going to go live and I wanted to drop everything. I mean, everything, which I actually have never really done, which is everything, because I do have a lot. But I did my bush burn at the end of the year,
no more
just
pics, all right,
yeah.
Spacey. No
What?
more undie pics. No more undie pics. I've seen enough of that picture, all right.
Now I'm going to get back to that. But see,
okay.
Here's the thing about that, is that a whole year I had live after live after live, and we talked about it. You were there. Everybody was there. And the things that were being said about me, the lies and innuendos and the outright behavior of not only the creators that were doing it, that was Nikki, that was Robbie, that was BCF, that was Jessica, that was Amy, all the people, and Will was in there on a 6-hour live once. He's been there a couple of times. These lives that they do where they continually go in there and they never bring any evidence, all they do is talk poorly about a person. Now, I had a good reputation. I'd done nothing wrong to anybody other than say, if you choose to be with these two people, with this group, you will have nothing but a nightmare. And look what happened to them all year and still goes on now. It's the hangover, and it still happens. And I've never told anybody to pick and choose. And you know that, Casper. You and I have talked about this.
Yeah, we have.
All I've done is I've addressed points and talked to you in a rational way to say, this is sensible, like if you make these choices, what will the consequences be? And all last year I said nothing. They just hammered me, and people that were my friends just disowned me and called me so many names and talked about me so poorly. But I didn't do anything. I just kept my mouth shut. I went on one live and said I was going to, and you know my game that I play. And I do it in a way that I watch them all implode.
I kind of borrowed a little bit of your.
I know. I know, but that's the game that I play. But I never, the only time I myself and anybody else, sad to me, made any comments was later on in the year, where I eventually came back to a place where I had Wi-Fi, because you knew I was right up north in somewhere where there's literally virtually no
reception.
No reception.
No Wi-Fi.
And it was hard. And this was at the beginning of all the COVID lockdowns.
Yeah, I knew that they were saying things in chats like, Spacey's around, Spacey's lurking, this, that. I knew that you were away.
Yeah. And I was told, and that people were sending me messages, and I was grateful in one way that I was out, because what they were saying and what they were doing can be soul destroying, because and everybody knows this, that when people go up there and they say a story, like for instance, I was apparently supposed to have doxed Arslicker's family in my live.
Really?
I have the live's there. Go back and watch it.
You showed some. Amy said to me you showed some documents or something of her. I think some kind of restraining order that was quite old or something.
No, that's Blamey's restraining order.
Blamey,
Sorry. Here's the thing about that. Apparently, that was given to me, and when these women go out and do what they do, where they go and find out every facet of your life, like the screenshots are there of her talking to a particular friend of ours that used to be there. This is Space's mother's Facebook, isn't it? Yeah. This is Space's dead sister, isn't it? Yeah. So they're in my mother's private life, and they're getting the information about my sister who died and they're going to use that to troll me, which is what they did. And in that one last screenshot, they said, shall we do? And her comment is, troll the shit out of her and her family. So that's okay, is it? So
No.
I then
No.
get a document sent to me that is apparently in the United States, you can find out anything, right? So I get this document and I go, I don't care, Blamey. You've done so many things to so many people. Here's a restraining order. I don't care whether you say that it was quashed or whatever it is. You were taken to court because of your behavior, which is you harass people. That's you.
She hasn't stopped.
She doesn't stop.
She's just threatened. She threatens me constantly.
I know she would. I guarantee that they were threatening you after all that when they contacted you, because that's what they do. Because they knew that you were going to be, they knew your personality.
Yeah, well, the live was scheduled for me to defend myself. Straight after they approached me, and then I started just postponing it or whatever, and I postponed it on their advice because she was working on things. You know, she wasn't Doodle's #1 fan at that point, or she was playing a good setup. I'm not really sure, but either way,
she was playing a good setup.
Right. So they were trying to put me off. They were
nervous. They were nervous because they knew that you and I were talking. They were nervous. And here's the thing. I can categorically say that you never gave me any information, because that's the thing. And anybody that I speak to who has been over there, I never ask people for information. My goal is to say, are you okay?
Yeah, that's right. That's what you said. That's exactly what you said. And I got the blame for that shit as well. And I got the blame for the Marie son thing. I got the blame for that as well, and that wasn't me either. So I don't know whether they're just using me as a scapegoat, or whether they're just trying to tarnish, my YouTube reputation. I don't really know, but I don't really care, because it's got to the point now where most people in this community that have been around for a long time, Spacey, they absolutely understand what these girls are about. I've had some conversations with people that I don't even know, but it's from the past, before my time, and they said these girls are fucking not good people.
Look, their track record precedes them. Historically, they have done some pretty awful things. They did it to Mandy. I mean, one night they'd been bashing on me for so long, and then all of a sudden they pop in and they start bashing on Mandy Bell for no reason at all.
Yeah,
they always have to find somebody to go after. And
that's true, but they also implode on people around them. It's not just like, oh, let's find a target somewhere, and like Mandy Bell, who I didn't even know from a bar of soap, by the way. But and then it's the next, and then suddenly like, oh, I've got nothing to do. Let's fuck Casper over, or let's go for Spacey again, or let's go for breakfast again, or whatever. It's fucking like, I don't understand them. They're so fucking nasty.
That's right, and this is what they do. They use people. And so if you look at I'm going to go back. Here's the thing. I'm going to go back to, you and I have a tie in regards to that, the Tidy Whities picture, right? So that was in Robbie's live, where Robbie, Nikki, Will, and BCF were there, and I wasn't around, and you sent me a message. And Will had just gone off, and then there was all this stuff going in the chat about a photograph. And you sent me a message, and I said, I don't know what you're talking about. So I wasn't even there. You didn't know what was going on.
I can't remember this,
and so that ended up being that they wanted to continue to take me down and accuse me of giving information about you. Which was this site that you were on, which I didn't know anything about. But apparently we know now that it was Amy that put it in a Discord that I'd left because I was tired of everything that was going on. She dropped it in there, copper took it and then ran with it, which is what the story was, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
in that, they
Yep.
started the implosion of the boomers there.
Yep.
And I understand that this was about the divide and conquer
Yeah.
thing, and I'm really disappointed that it went the way it went. But I also
Yeah.
know that information was being fed from our group. Maybe it wasn't that, but the point that was happening was that you got used there, and so did I.
Mm.
And it then led to them to continue to pull you in and take me down, right?
Mm.
And then they used it again on you with the Ty Biggums, and you know who Ty Biggums is. I brought it up in my live anyway. We know who.
No.
Yeah, it was in my live, and her
Well,
pictures.
I'll have her pictures there. Well, I'll have a private chat with you because
Yeah.
I know who it is now.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we can agree on that. And if that person starts up anything again, I know exactly where to go to.
Yeah, and here's the thing about those things: they share accounts. They're all shared accounts.
Can we discuss what Wi-Fi vibrators? That's worth posting, that one. All right. Wrapping it up, Space.
Yeah.
So I
look, everything they said yesterday again was incorrect.
Yeah.
They did it to create. Well, apparently, from what it seemed, it was supposed to actually be a live for Amber's daughter, and it didn't even. It started out with the bashing fest on me.
Okay.
That's how it started.
I didn't hear it. I only heard a little bit about the Amber stuff, and then I went out for dinner, and then apparently went back onto me or something.
Oh, yeah, and then Marie came up and she asked specific questions and they dogpiled, and you could hear how angry and aggressive they were getting. I mean, they always have to go derogatory, and I'm like, they're asking me to check my mole. I'm like, what mole? There's only 2 moles in the room, and that's those 2. You know, it's like they always have to go somewhere. They always have to do something like that. I don't care about them. They're just nobodies, and they had 3 people in the chat at any given time. They're nobodies themselves.
Well, I just want to say that, like, Doodle expected me to push me off YouTube completely, so that all this wouldn't come out and people wouldn't be able to make up their own mind. And I've only ever sold the truth, Space. I haven't gone and trying to recruit people or anything like that. People have approached me. People have reached out to me to see if I'm all right. They know me from being on even for a short time. And am I sad that it's gone this way? Yeah, absolutely I am. And same with you, like with the Aussies. I'm very upset that it went that way. And I just want to say that I basically know what these people are like now. They'll turn on everybody, including them, like their own friends. And I don't want anything to do with them. And they're gone, and they'll be forever gone.
Yeah, and here's the thing I'll let you know, guys. If you're being harassed by anyone, if you're getting trolled by anyone, let me tell you, it'll be those girls, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do. And they even troll their own friends to create havoc between them. So Robbie was getting a whole lot of trolling, and I guarantee you it was them. It will always be them. And that's the way it is. So, I mean, look, there's so much information. I'm not going to do it here. I just play my time and watch what's going on. I'm really sorry that everybody has to get involved with all this and not ever contact anybody. See, this is the thing. Nobody ever contacts the person directly. We do now because we know what it's like.
Yeah.
But nobody, like Nikki never came to me, never once came to me. She doesn't do that. She always says that she does things, and she doesn't. And she says things like it's just all bullshit.
Yeah, look, listen. You guys have your issues, but like, and I know you're not going to agree with me. And Nikki has said some words to me about like, oh, well, you're a friend of Space Monster. Look, I'm cool with everybody, and and Nikki actually did write to me last week, expecting me to say something about her, and I will say something about her, and it's completely not what she's going to expect. I want to thank actually Nikki. Nikki was actually a very good friend to me during a very tough time, and I'm sorry that at the moment that we're not speaking, so to say. But I don't have anything against her. I believe, from me personally, she was a good friend to me at a difficult time.
But that's great.
Yeah, and she got sick of the Doodle and Casper stuff, just like fucking most people have, including me. And she was frustrated, and she vented her frustration with Robbie, and then Robbie sent all the screenshots to me. You know, like some friend. You know what I mean? Like, this is what they do to each other, and I can't say anything but, you know, thank you. Nikki invested a lot of time with me during you know, I don't know, November and December maybe. And I appreciated it. And I left her channel because all the others were there. All the others were there, and I didn't want to make life difficult for her. So basically, I just left her channel. I resigned my ranch and left her channel. It doesn't mean that I don't like her, but it just got too hard. It got too complicated. You know, Space, it just got too complicated where you just don't want to be there. So I just took myself out of the equation completely.
Listen, I think that's admirable, and she should be very grateful that, you know, she has somebody like you that will defend her like that. And I think that's an admirable thing about you, Casper. So that's great. And I'm not going to discuss anything about that, because I just came up here just to say about what's happened, the fact that you know, she has these girls keep saying that everybody's giving information. No, that's not happening. In fact, some of their mates are giving the information across. And if anybody's being trolled by anybody, it's them trolling their friends, because that's what they always do. That's their MO. I'm sorry that everybody's the way it is. I hope everybody can find a place and be happy here. I think it's happening. But, you know, I just don't say very much out there anymore, because I'm perceived as something that I'm not. I'm just not like that. Sometimes I go deep, and that's just the way it is. But I'm not a bad person. But anyway, I'm going to go. Thank you very much for having me up, Casper. We will be in contact. Okay. Bye, everybody. Thanks for the funny chats, Clear Floss. You are an arsehole, Clear Floss. He's a gem. I love you to death. I love him. I was laughing about some of the comments.
He keeps telling me you're responsible for some murders or something, Spacey.
Oh, I know. Well, it's every child murder here, and to be honest, Claire, I need to get back to work on that. I've got to go and find my next targets. Yeah. All right, well, listen, take care, everybody. If anybody wants to reach out to me, you all know where I'm at. So.
I know you got to catch your Cessna. I know you haven't got much time.
How was that? That was a joke that you and I set up, and
I know.
Oh my God.
Anyway. I know. All right.
Well, listen, good luck to you. You did well today. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Space.
See ya.
All right. So that was Space Monster. Sorry, guys. Like, I understand not everybody is liked, you know, for various reasons, and people are always going to have their own opinions and stuff like that. But I just thought that, like, I didn't even know Space wanted to come up today. I haven't spoken to her for a while, and she just messaged me and stuff. So there was someone else. Originally, I had this live planned to have I only had one special guest. I originally only had one special guest, but she's not well, so I'm not sure if she's coming up. Oh, Poon wants to come her. Oh no, you're not. No, you're not coming up here to fight with Space Monster, Poon Handler. You guys went at it on one of your lives, right? You were talking about freaking, I don't know, politics or policing or something like that. Oh, okay. So yeah, so sorry. I had somebody who wanted to come. Originally, we sort of kind of had it planned because it was going to be an indication of more real life stuff that I never knew about that's been done to a certain person. This person that was going to come up was I left her channel because of Doodle. I wanted to support my girl, so I left this person's channel. I gave up my ranch because Doodle was fighting with her, and I didn't know what to do. What's a bloke supposed to do? You're supposed to support your girl, right? I didn't know. The whole Doodle doxing thing, there's a hell of a lot more behind that than what it appears. I never got a chance to explain it to Doodle or even show her what I thought happened, and this person was going to throw their 2 cents worth in. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing any more of this stuff on my channel. This is a one-time only gig where I was going to talk about this, and trust me, I've waited 5 fucking months to talk. A lot of people edged me on to talk. Casper, defend yourself. Well, you know it's not true. And I went, yeah. But I waited and I waited and I waited, and to be honest with you, I wanted to be fair to everybody. I didn't want to come up here, and I didn't want to come up here and even say bad things about the evil twins. I just want them to go away. I just don't want anything to do with them. So, eventually you have to stand up, right, guys, and say something. I mean, what else can you do? You have to defend yourself eventually. So, yeah, it got to a point where it's just like, no, it's no good. But yeah, like you heard me tell the PayPal story before, right? Yeah, absolutely. It's a perfect example of being tricked. Oh, Casper, you should do this, you should do that. Yeah, maybe I should. So you go and do it, and then they fuck you over. I mean, Doodle, Amy knew the whole time. She gave me the idea to ask for my money back. Did it ever dawn on you that maybe things weren't as they seemed? They lied to you. Are you welcome, Ginger? You come highly recommended. Let's put it that way. So yeah, I wanted to just walk away now. AJ, you said something before. I didn't want to address it while I was talking to Space, but there's another example. They want to be nasty to me. They want to come out and say, "Oh, he does this, he does that." Well, I was sitting in I don't remember what chat it was, and AJ's been up and down. AJ tried putting her head in the rabbit hole. I told her not to. It's a fucking absolutely endless fucking hole. You'll never get out alive, AJ, once you go in that fucking rabbit hole. And for a little while there, I started to not see above my eyes, and I fucking crawled out. I don't want any part of that bullshit that they do. I don't want anything to do with it. I want to be clean, and just being in those groups made me as bad as they were. And I'm not like that. I do not want to do that. And going by if you look at my channel, guys, I don't do that drama, dragon, doxing bullshit. Won't do it. It's wrong. It's so fucking wrong. And you know what? Everyone's got fucking good points and bad points. They've got good points as women, as human beings. They actually do have some good points. Like Spacey said that Amy had an imaginary family. No, that's not right. I've spoken to Amy while she's had a kid on her shoulder because she's a great grandmom. She looks after her kid's kid. That's fucking great. They have good qualities. Oh, check the M's. Oh, okay. Hang on a sec. All right. Okay. Oh, I don't know if this is the right. Live because, Poon. Let me just explain something. I don't dislike Rev. Rev is being used. Okay, Rev is being used and taken advantage of. I don't dislike Rev. The only reason why I don't go head to head with Rev is it's not fair. It's not Rev. It's not fair because what am I fighting for? I'm not fighting for Doodle. I'm not fighting for anything. He can say whatever he wants. He liked her, and I don't know what happened. And I think he got used. And I think he still wants to be friends, or she's keeping him on a leash. And I'm pretty sure he could probably show things that would prove quite interesting points. But that's his deal. You know, I'm not there anymore. And this is not about a bashing. This is not about bashing Rev or anything like that. I do I think it's wrong? Do I think it's weird that that she was, you know, grooming someone that's young enough to be her son? Yeah, it was pretty fucking gross and disgusting. I've always dated younger girls, but not that young. Like, you know, maybe 10, 12 years max, whatever. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, Poon. It's just look. How about we organize something on your channel? I wanted this because this is probably going to go take. I'm probably going to put this on private anyway because they put theirs on private, and I'm a YouTube partner as of last week, so I need to be, you know, pretty cool about things, and I can fight any strikes that they try anyway, so it's no big deal. But I just find it best to not be involved with them at all. Doodle's, but you know, as the old saying goes, you know, Doodle's made her choice and laid her bed, and she has to lay in it. And I'm sorry, I would have loved to have given her an out, and I had people that were willing to actually try to help her get out of the situation because I really did think she was a good person deep down. But she's up to her fucking eyeballs in drama, and I think she loves it, and that's just not for me. So we would never have worked out. We would always be arguing about what she's doing, you know, because that's just not me. I enjoyed them when they were on my panel. They came and they, you know, they can do nice things, guys. You know, Doodle helped me heaps with my Discord. She was the co-host for a little while, even though she says she wasn't. She told other people she was, just another lie. And, you know, there's plenty of lives there where you see all of us on panel having a great old chat, you know. I can't please everybody. I don't have any problems with people. You know, like I like Poon. You know, I know Poon's fighting with a lot of people. I like Poon. You know, I even listen to Sam Hill, and a lot of people don't listen to Sam Hill. I don't join in, but I do listen to some replays sometimes. You know, there's lots of things that I listen to, and you know, every now and then I might even catch a BTS stream. You know, there's someone that I was introduced through Doodle to BTS, and I like BTS, but I went on her live one afternoon when I got home, and then the next morning, I was sent a screenshot by Doodle and told off because Casper, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, what's wrong? I didn't talk about you. I said we talked about fucking COVID, but I got in trouble for even going on BTS live. Like, what is she, the fucking YouTube police? It's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I'm going back to being the Casper I was before I met Doodle, and that was I can go fucking anywhere I want, and I can talk to anybody I want. And if people don't like it, then don't talk to me. It's as simple as that. That's the way I feel about things now. Oh, what do we got here? All right. Okay, look, I'm going to give you the last 15 minutes, dude, since you want to come up and talk to me. Let me just remember what I'm doing. This has probably got nothing to do with the topic, guys, but I think I've pretty much covered it now. Oh, really, Susie? I just want to say, because I'll probably get in something different with Poon, but I just want to say now to Doodle and to Jess and to Amy, I've had enough of all the shit. I don't want to be part of anything. You won't find me doing or saying anything else about you guys. Move on, please. Good luck with Bam, because I don't think you should be doing that. But good luck with Bam, and leave me the fuck alone. Okay, let's get on to Poon. I'm gonna just throw you the link, bro, in the private chat, mate. Come up and talk to me for 15 minutes, and then I want to get out of here. I really need to turn my air conditioner on. Yeah, I just want to move. I want to move on. Look, I've made new friends, and I know who the loyal friends are, and I fucking adore them. I wish I could name them all, but I need to protect them. Mr. Poon Handler, welcome to Aussie Rules.
What's up, man? What you doing?
Well, I've eventually had to fucking come up and say what I needed to say. I've been holding off for 5 fucking months, bro.
You've had to address some things?
Oh, yeah, I had to. I mean, I had to because they did a live last night and were trashing, well, amongst me, other people and talking bullshit and lies. And then and it's not the first time. They've done it like fucking 2 or 3 times.
Hey, man. If you want to talk about someone who's dealt with bullshit and lies, you're talking to the right dude, man.
Yeah, look. You know, Casey was in the chat earlier, and you know, I wondered about you guys, and then I kind of sat back and I just listened, and I didn't want to jump in. I didn't want to, you know, jump on your side. I didn't want to jump on Casey. You know, like, and it's amazing that if people would just leave people alone, they can work out either something to get back together, or they can work out some peace treaty. But when everyone gets involved, it gets so fucked up.
Well, I mean, dude, I came in guns firing. You know, I probably shouldn't have done some shit I did, but I didn't know none of this YouTube fuckery. I didn't know it.
Yeah,
I've learned it.
Yeah, you learn it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You've experienced some interesting things.
But you know what?
I had to give Auzzie a few heads up. You know, when I saw shit was going on, I said, Auzzie, you got to you're telling that, like, you know, like I knew that with certain people were fucking with you badly.
Well, you know, some of it I let get to me, some of it I didn't let get to me.
Yeah.
Some of it worked. I mean, well, all of it worked itself out. Just so
well, I'm really happy. Lee, I'm really happy. I didn't really know the situation. I didn't understand that. I think the RDA boys are gone now, but I didn't understand what was going on over there in regards to Cosmic, and they were just, you know, putting it on. They were just trying. Yeah, I thought the whole thing was just a troll, you know, like, and. No. You know, I didn't know how Casey was dealing with it. It was just a shitty fucking situation.
Well, first of all, fuck her for dealing with it.
Well, I wasn't sure I don't know where you guys. I don't know where you guys are up to. Like, are you cool with?
I could say that to her. I could say, hey, Casey, fuck you for doing it. I'm not doing that to be mean. Okay, she understands it. She'd be laughing. If she's still in here, she'd be laughing her ass off right now.
Poon, in the beginning, bro. In the beginning, you went online and you were in the dark and you didn't sound very good. You didn't sound very good.
No, but I was doing things a little different.
And you have a very good friend, right? That you may not know. She's a very good friend of mine. Her name's Bee Stinger, and she felt really bad for you.
Told you, look at the chat.
That's funny. She felt very bad for you, and she said, "Oh my God, Poon's like he's in a world of hurt."
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
But man,
and I wanted to come in and talk to you, but I had my own situation going on.
You know, something's up with Miss B. I don't know what it is, but
yeah, she's taking a break at the moment. Don't worry, it's nothing to do with you. She's just on a break.
Yeah, she told me it because I was like, Miss B, I haven't seen you. You've never missed one of my lives, not one. Yeah, and you haven't been in like a bunch of them. It's like, you okay, you know, type thing. And she just told me that everything was okay. And
yeah, she's on a break, mate. She'll be back when she's ready, you know. Because we were going to do a live, like I'm doing a live.
And shove it up your ass.
What?
I was talking to Casey.
You guys have an interesting relationship.
Well, she's just a bitch sometimes, and I'm me.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are different. You know, you guys are different than us. You know, every relationship is different. But look. Can I just say I wish the best for you guys.
Well, I mean, whatever happens in life, dude. This is a point in life where it's not the same anymore. Things are just whatever happens is gonna happen.
Yeah, well, you came in like a fucking blazing gun, bro. Like, you know, people do come and go off YouTube.
I'm not a pussy.
No, you're certainly not. But the way that you deal with Rev and this other Aussie guy that showed up on the scene.
Oh, I love fucking with Auzzie. I love fucking.
No, not Aussie. The Australian Ellis or whatever you call him.
Yeah, Aussie.
Oh,
Alice.
Sorry, I thought you meant Aussie, as in.
No. I love Aussie Outlaw, man.
Yeah.
He's done so much for me. It's unreal.
That's
I mean,
good.
he helps me at every turn. But the Auzzie Ellis guy, on the other hand, he's
I don't know about that guy, man. I think he's a troll.
Oh no, I can tell you all about him. He's a piece of shit.
Okay.
He is.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what he's going.
He's nothing but a directed troll. So he gets told what to do.
What's funny? What's funny is he'll come over and he'll sweet talk you kind of thing, and he thinks he's great at getting around certain questions or slipping in certain questions every now and then, but he's like that passive aggressive type troll, and yet he'll go over to RDA or to Rev and then brag about how he fucking bitched you out and shit.
That's the thing. I figured him out with like the first time I ever talked to him. I figured him out. I knew who he was. Right. I knew exactly what he was going to do. So now my favorite thing to do is keep him backstage for a while. Yeah. And then mute his mic and then bring him up and then put him back down. And I'll do this like 5 or 6 times. And then I'll let him up and then I'll let him talk for about, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll put him back down.
The reason it was so funny one time, like Poon, like you go like live at the weirdest times, right? So for us it's good. No, for us it's good. So I'll like come home, whatever, right? And I'll be like, okay, it's like 10 o'clock at night here. I'm gonna, crawl in the bed and maybe just put my laptop on, listen to something, and then I'll see you live. And it's funny because then you'll talk and I'll be just listening because I can't be bothered like leaning over and typing on the keypad or something. I'd be listening to you, and then I figured I'll just leave Poon on, because when the live ends, it'll like I don't have autoplay on, so it just stops.
Hey, calm down just a little bit.
And then the laptop will go to sleep. Now, the funny thing is, I wake up, and you're snoring.
That's happened a couple times.
I wake up. Where's that noise coming from? Where's that noise coming from? Fuck me dead, man. You got a healthy snore on you, I tell you that.
Yeah, hey, I gotta get some oxygen in there.
Yeah, you need like have you ever thought about there's a little plug that you can buy that you can stick on your nostril and it stops you from snoring. Apparently it's quite good.
No, man, I'm good. I sleep fine.
Okay.
And it's funny if anybody hears me sleep or snoring and they can't sleep. I find that amusing.
Yeah, I actually jumped into your live last night. You weren't there either. You weren't snoring, but you were gone.
What was I doing? Because I thought I left Auzzie and did I leave Auzzie on the panel?
They must have jumped off.
Oh, dude, we had a great panel earlier with Auzzie and this new dude that we met. He's a musician, and he's great. I mean, he's outstanding.
Yeah, I'll come up. Listen, I'll come up with you and Auzzie for sure. I'll come up and have a chat.
Yeah, I just can't remember this guy's name, but he was. Miss Becky was there. She might remember the guy's name. Meep. Yeah, that's right, Meep. You ever met this guy, Meep?
No.
He's different, but
okay.
Hell of a musician. We had a good time with him earlier. This kind of thing, man. I've never seen you do a panel.
Yeah, I have. Not very often.
I'm sure you have. You've been doing this for a while.
I don't like. A year or so. I don't like to get involved in the fucking drama that much. I don't mind.
Me neither.
Yeah, and it kind of like it's unsettling and stuff. And then, like, I've been avoiding some people, especially like someone like a Rev, for instance, who. He's always drunk and he's always high, and so you can't really have a decent discussion with him. And the guy's fucking brainwashed by certain people.
How old are you, Casper? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm 51.
Okay, see, I'm 41, so we're 10 years different, but we're 10 years. We're still over. We're over 35. Rev is 27 and acts like he's 19.
Yeah, I know, but a lot of it is. What
I'm saying is it might take him another 15 years before he figures it out.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel sorry for him in the sense that he lost his mom. Yeah, and he's got the older, MILF issues and stuff like that, and he doesn't care. He has said some pretty shitty things to people, and he can't use fucking alcohol and drugs as an excuse forever for being an asshole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once he runs everybody out and he's by himself, he's truly by himself. He'll learn.
Yeah, but people are still there supporting him.
Dude, I went through it, but I went through it a much different way. I went through it
but,
like
but a lot of the older ladies in the community, right? I knew what they were trying to do, and Doodle was one of them actually, where they said that, look, we won't leave. We don't want to, we want to help him. We don't want to just abandon him at something. And eventually they had to, because he's just unbearable.
Oh yeah, I know, man. I mean, well, he likes to think that he's right all the time,
Yeah, but he's always drunk. He throws, it's like liquid courage all the time.
Dude, you know how many times he's been right about me in any situation I've been involved in? How many times?
Probably never.
0.
Yeah.
He still never got it right. It don't matter how many times you tell him, it don't matter, because he doesn't care, because he thinks he's right. He's going to, and I like how he tries to drive his narrative in to the point where if you don't believe him, you can't talk to him. You ever notice that? Like, it's got to be, if it's not his narrative, he's pretty much going to ostracize you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care about Red much. I mean, the dude's a chode. But
yeah, I'm just using an example. I just ignore him, because I might have a chat with him one day if he ever gets his act together. Like, but I can't see that. I can't see that happening. Yeah.
I'm tired. Look, I've been doing this shit for late July, maybe early August, somewhere in there. I've only been live streaming for maybe a month and a half at the most. Shit, dude, I've already hit 45,000 or 4,500 watch hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
we just need to get your subs up.
Yeah, I need to get 400 more. So.
Okay. Well, I got monetized. I got monetized last week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Awesome, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I had no idea this is what this was going to turn into for me. I'm being serious. Because
I tell you, it's a rough introduction to YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know what, dude, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so before I ever came in and did any of this shit, looking at it from the outside looking in, I was like, this is the gayest goddamn thing for any man to be doing with this spare damn time. I mean, this was legitimately what I thought. Now, having said that, I haven't exactly changed my mind on this yet. What I mean is, we should be building something, or drinking beers. I don't know. Just seems like chatting on the internet.
Well, see, you have like this is the way I look at it. Even as this, guys in your chat like me, you have kind of like me. It's Aussie rules, It's a play on things. It's Aussie my rules. Blah blah blah. You have a really nice play on it, like the Poon Palace, for instance. I think that's a really like it's a unique type of
marketing. Yeah, it's
marketing. I think it's good. And a lot of guys go, this guy thinks he's fucking pulling in all the chicks, blah blah blah. I'm telling you, you've got a nice little sort of regular audience there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how the hell I built up the audience. I did some, like Miss B Stanger. She just followed me around because ever since I met her, we've been friends. And she's been she has really been the rock for me on this platform. No one has done more for me.
Yeah,
no one has been in my corner more.
She's a pearl, mate. I know her very well.
I talked to her once in voice chat, and yes. I'm gonna tell you right now, she has her voice is as beautiful as she is. She's got an amazingly beautiful voice. That's possible.
Yes,
I tell her all the time, like Miss B, if anything ever happens to your husband,
I know. I've heard you say this.
I'm gonna be on the first damn flight to Australia.
She's got a list. I make fun all the time. Like, she's got a list of us guys that say, hey, we want on that list. Like the ex-husband list. Yeah, we're all on that list. But she's nice. She's so fucking nice. It's almost. Yeah, she's got a heart of gold, but she doesn't take shit either. But I've seen people get onto her for the stupidest of reasons, and she don't let it get to her. Oh, I guess everybody after a while, that's she's on break. She will leave my live streams when we get to the schmut talk. yeah. It's not that she's totally a prude or anything. She just she kind of go, the smut. She rolls her eyes at you. No, she'd be like, if you start smut talking, I'm leaving. And she ain't joking, boy, she'll leave. But it's you keep saying, but it's a poon palace, Gaby. It's a poon palace. Everyone take off their shirts.
Well,
that's like when you said that one night. You said, shirts are optional or something, and then I wrote in the chat, "Poon." I just took my shirt off, but I don't think you saw it. But I thought it was funny.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't. I've been like, God damn it, Casper, put your shirt back on.
Yeah, some people might say that. Yeah.
Yeah,
but anyway, I knew this was kind of off topic, but yeah, it's a good way to finish out my live being going over.
Well, I noticed, Casper, you were kind of were spitting out words a mile a minute there, like you maybe a little nervous.
Yeah, I didn't want to do this, to be honest with you, but they kind of forced my hand because I just got sick of after 5 months of this bullshit, lying and calling, slandering and stuff like that, and doing lives and doing fucking videos and thinking they can shame me. Like, it's bullshit.
Don't have to deal with it, man. I deal with it, but you know how I'll tell you something, dude. In the little time I've been on here, the little time I've been running lives, I've been through a lot. Okay. In the past month, I've been through more than probably anybody on the fucking tube, I guess. But here's the thing. I learned some things. There's some big things. And I don't think I would change anything from how I got here to where I am now. I don't think I'd change it. The reason being is I learned that if I'm going to let this shit get to me, then I just need to put it down. I need to turn it off, put it down, because it eats at me. So I'll let that shit eat at me. I made everything else worse doing that. Okay. So I finally got to the point where, I just got to where I just got in my head that, man, this is fucking YouTube. It's the internet. The shit isn't real. No matter how much you want to make it real, no matter how hard you try to make it real, it's still a damn fantasy land. Now, that doesn't mean certain things can't go on. That doesn't mean certain things can't happen. But it's still, if it doesn't get, it's still got to get to that point, so to speak. But it's still, we're still living in a fantasy. If that's the way you want to put it, whatever way you want to deal it, slice it, dice it, this shit ain't real. We come here to socialize.
Yeah, I can turn it off. I just turn it off.
Yeah. So when I learned that, okay, I have one more huge lesson to learn, and it was when to walk away. Yeah. When not to, when to walk away. So literally, what the fuck? See, you got a dumbass in your chat right here. Who
Helen and you still going at it, I assume.
Oh no, I mean, well, actually, Helen, all that he just said was all fake. None of that's true. So I don't know what Helen's narrative is right here. See, Helen's another guy who tries to spit at you and try to get at you. But see, when you know the truth of everything, when you actually know the truth, and they think they know the truth, but they don't. See, this is what's so funny, is how I already know about people admitting to certain things to other people. So I know these things, which makes it even funnier to see Helen try and drive a narrative. Because, what is Helen, like 21? And got the...
I'm not sure. Mid-20s,
yeah, got the brains of a gnat, I think. Something like that.
I never had any problems with these. I never had any problems with these guys.
My point is, when I was trying to defend, when I was trying to defend myself in situations I probably shouldn't have been trying to defend myself in, or maybe I should have. I don't know. I just got to the point where I stopped caring, and then I found the point where I went too far. So I took it way too far, And after that, everything changed. Then I got to the point where I just thought the shit was funny. Now I think it's funny as hell. See, now I can have none of the thing is funny, and I've gotten past my own personal thoughts and my own personal feelings to it. Now I just have fun with it, like saying like the things like, yeah, maybe it was real, maybe it did happen, but you know what? Guess what she told me? It was the worst fucking thing she ever had in her life. The goddamn the dude had the smallest dick she ever seen. See, that's
yeah, I don't want I don't want to talk badly about anybody though.
I don't either, dude. Just tell you.
I've gotten to the point. Yeah, I haven't got any. I haven't got any issues with my old RDA buds. You know, it just didn't work out there. I didn't belong there, and that's fine. I accept it. But I don't have any problems with those boys. So
yeah, I mean,
but how about we organize something on your channel one night, like with you and me and Auzzie? I haven't spoken to Auzzie for a while.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
that'd be cool. Like, the time difference is hard. Like Auzzie and I are fine, but if you go on, like, 9 o'clock at night, my time, I'd probably have to work it out for you, like what Texas time is. But I can work it out and let you know.
About 6 o'clock in the morning is about 10 o'clock your time at night.
Oh, okay. And do you go live at that time?
I have been known to, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I've got to jump off, but can we please try to organize something? Because I would like to come up and.
Yeah, sure, man. I mean, you can hit me up in Discord all the time, dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Awesome too.
I think that's the first time you've actually replied in our chat, though.
Well, I didn't even know what the hell I was doing in there until I saw what was going on. I was like,
oh, okay. Yeah. No, it's a good just to help you out a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why I like Austin. But,
all right, buddy. Thank you for coming up. All right.
All
right. Thanks, mate. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up here. Can I just thank everybody for coming on? It takes courage to come up and talk. Like it's a lot of people can just like turn a blind eye to it and just kind of like sit in the stands. And look, it took courage to even come up here and do it, because I'll be honest with you, I didn't want to do it, and putting it off for the different reasons kind of suited me, because then I could just put my head in the sand and say, no, it'll be fine. Everyone just needs to leave each other alone and everything will just go away. Well, unfortunately, some people just won't let sleeping dogs lie. So I'm done with this now. The only regret I have is that the person that I actually organized to come up here and have her say and clear her name and even show some things is still unwell. And I don't know. I don't want to go back down this rabbit hole. So maybe she'll have to do something on her channel. Maybe I can come across there, because I don't really want to do this anymore. But anybody that has supported me through the whole time, thank you very much. As I said, Nikki, thank you very much. Thank you very much for being a friend when I really needed a friend. Thank you for Space for reaching out. Thank you for my Discord friends. You know who you are. And I hope now that everyone has heard my side of the story and how I've been played and set up and slandered and dragged through the mud. I've had my say now, and now it's time.
In Australia, we've got deadly animals aplenty. We've got funnel web spiders who'll murder you and your family. Under every second rock is a redback spider, and they'll kill you just because, I don't know, they're bored or whatever. We've got invisible brown snakes who'll bite you on the foot and you'll be dead in 7 minutes. Just like that, kaput. We've got the world's deadliest creatures all over the place. We've got magpies who'll steal the eyeballs from your face. But at least we don't have AR-15s. We've got great white sharks who'll ascend from the deep and rip you in half with their razor-sharp teeth. We've got saltwater crocs who'll death roll you to death, and sea snakes who'll gladly snatch your last breath. We've got a blue-ringed octopus no bigger than this that just sits around in rock pools waiting to kill kids, and even the platypus, a cute beaver duck thing, has got a spur on its ankle that'll kill you in one sting. But at least we don't have AR-15s, and at least they can't end up in the hands of psychopathic teens. We've got stonefish and stingrays and sea urchins and shit, and hectic fucking homicidal box jellyfish. And these jellyfish, they aren't even sentient beings. They don't even really do stuff or know about things. They just float around on the whim of the currents, being pointless, non-cognitive, murderous cunts. And if that weren't enough in terms of natural hazards, here in Australia, the sun causes cancer. But at least we don't have AR-15s, and at least they can't end up in the hands of suicidal teens. And at least we don't have an NRA who pay millions of dollars every day, buying off politicians not to change old laws. dinosaurs. We've got bull sharks, cone shells, saltwater crocodiles, honeybees, European wasps, blue-ringed octopies, death adders, blue bottles, red-backed spiders, tiger sharks, tiger snakes, and lizards that'll bite ya. We got sea snakes, taipans, cassowaries, copperheads, all the creatures of the land and sky and sea that want you dead. Toadfish, stonefish, irukandji jellyfish, bull ants, centipedes, and ticks that cause paralysis. Thank fuck we don't have AR-15s, and thank fuck they can't end up in the hands of psychopathic suicidal teens. And thank fuck we don't have an NRA who pay millions of dollars every day buying off politicians not to change some law. A law that was written 200 years ago, in a time when it took 3 minutes to reload a single round of ammunition. We knew nothing about depression, and you couldn't fire 45 rounds in 60 seconds. There wasn't even such a thing as automatic weapons, and there weren't 31 mass shootings monthly. But
what would I know, 'cause I'm from another country. Thanks, guys. Have a nice weekend, and thank you very much. Peace out.